What a gift this man is to our community in so many different ways. When we talk about the gift of time, talent, and treasure, here he is, folks. Peter.
Nobody knows me here, right?
No, not at all.
You got that, Eddie?
Yes.
Good. Most people know me by this view.
Yeah.
I got this view too. How many people here are guilty of helping somebody? Just recently.
Not guilty, but help.
Guilty as
That's the point. Some reason we as a community have an issue with trying to help people. We're kind of resident. Is that right? Resident? That'll do. About helping people to do things. To be able to get them through the hard times. But the fundamental is that this is a part of our DNA to do that. And people really struggle with that. And the people who do it the most, guess what? They're really happy. Look at Joe Endor. Look at Reverend Manny. Yeah. You know, everybody's so happy when they contribute. And the funny thing about it, it is really embedded in all the religions on this planet. So there's got to be something about that. There's something about that that's really important for all of us to really accept it. And some of us here know that I travelled a lot when I was a kid. Well, not kid, but when I was a kid. And I went to a lot of countries. I went to a lot of good countries, some kind of fair countries, and I went to a lot of really bad countries. And some of them are really so bad that you really got to, watch your back and your front. But what I've noticed that all these people have one thing in common. They all want to build their lives up. They want to get a better quality of life. They want to have a better status in their community. And it's really fundamental part of human DNA. And what I discovered when I got back is that we're all in this XXX together. We're all in this stuff together. So it really behooves us to be able to work somehow within ourselves and our community to be able to do something for the rest of our society. There is an issue, of course, with priorities. Sometimes when we are a little different phase in our life, we are looking for different support, different help in some way. But the fundamental is we do like to have some help somewhere. And I was thinking the other day, you know what, if we all have a better life, and we have a better quality of life, we all help each other get the same, well, what kind of society would that be? We wouldn't have any wars. The military people would be gone broke. Because, you know what, we wouldn't be fighting, we'd all be hanging out having fun. I know that's fanciful thinking, but reality is the principle is still the same. Of course, except when you're 20 years old. Well, who cares, you want instant gratification, you want variety and zero responsibilities or whatever, it's just a matter of doing what you can. But the thing is, it really is something that we can all uphold, that when we get to a certain point in life, in our journey, we think, what is the point of this? What is the meaning? What are we trying to do here? What's the point of me hanging out here, making a fool of myself here, And it really is about trying to get help to other people to bring them up to a certain level. But the other thing I noticed when I was traveling around is that people do crazy stuff just to get better quality of life. Really crazy stuff. They cheat, steal, scam. And I've got to tell you, I was in Bombay. Anyone know where Bombay is? Well, it's Mumbai now, but it used to be called Bombay. It was really, really bad. And we were walking down the street, and a couple of mates of mine were hanging out, and he said, well, watch your back, you never know when you're going to lose something. And what I noticed is these little kids running around on a little square, 2-foot square skateboard with wheels on it. And the kids have got no legs. I said, what's this? And he said, oh, there's another one over here. They've got run around little cups. I said, there's something wrong with this picture. So I tapped one of the locals on the shoulder and said, hey mate, I said, what's with these kids with no legs? Ooh, he said, ooh, they're the beggars. What do you mean they're the beggars? Oh, they're the beggars. They have their kids, the people have their kids, and then the first thing they do is they cut their legs off. Really? Ooh, and then they send them out to beg, so that's their life. So the point I'm making is that in all these different cultures and society, people do crazy stuff in order to elevate their life standards. So what I want to do is to try and turn your skills into a mission. And the mission is to try and help others. I know that's a tough call, but I kind of like it. We'll get into that as we go through. And the best way to do it is to discover your talent. We all have a unique talent somewhere. They're good, bad, indifferent, and pathetic. But you know what? Somewhere, someplace, someone's going to really enjoy and accept and be benefited by what you have to offer. My dad, he was an incredible guy. He was really different from me. You'll get to that later. But he said to me, son, if you're going to exist in this world, you're going to have to learn about things. You have to know how things work. You have to find out the reasons why things do what they do, and figure out how to make it better and more efficient. And he said, son, 12-year-old kid, he said, son, you've got to be more savvy about this. Well, 12-year-old kid, savvy? What does that mean? I thought that was something you eat. So I decided to do it. I kind of got a little more confident about going through the whole thing, and I decided, you know what, Pete, why don't you do what the obvious is? You've got to do yourself a do-it-yourself haircut. Well, as it turned out, it's not exactly my forte. But then again, it was just really trying to push the envelope to doing what you feel that you can do. And I got to a point where I was at a dentist. My dentist, in fact, is kind of an interesting character. Ever gone to the dentist and had a good time?
Yeah.
It's a trip. This guy calls me a trip, and he said, Pete, he said, if you could fix yourself, you could fix your own teeth, you would. And he's a really interesting character, but it's about that. I got to a point where I never really had a trades guy to do anything in my home. I can't even remember when I had a trades guy to do anything. I just ended up doing it all myself. And I used to show people a lot how to do things. And I tell them, look, I'll do it for you. And you can't imagine the pushback I got from that. The first thing was, how do you know that? How can you possibly know that? Have you done it before? I said, no, never. Always the first time. You got to try it. But most people get stuck in what we call a can't do fear. And that's kind of sad because, like I say, every time is the first time somewhere. And some people, they really get so nervous, oh, I can't do it, I might mess up more, I might screw it up even more, oh, no, I can't, This fear factor thing is really, really a bad thing. So when I told them, I said, well, this is called a glitch up.
Don't feel your chin.
Talk amongst yourselves, folks. Nice job, Eddie.
I see.
For once, we can't blame
Is
the
this
family.
working, Eddie?
Yeah.
I'll hang my head like this just so it sits there. No, right. Anybody hear me? No, that's a good thing. Hey, I tell you what, Brad, don't go too far with that.